You're listening to the Erith Town Dockers Debate.
Well, good afternoon, dear listener, here from the Stanmore Stadium, Baylis Avenue, for this Community Day fixture between Erith Town FC and Sittingbourne FC. A lot of goals so far for Erith Town in the recent pre-seasons. We've had a 5-all, we've had a 2-all, we've had a 3-2, we've had a 4-0. So where Erith Town goes, there are goals. Both ends, granted, but still the results have been positive and yet to be beaten. As I said, we're here for Community Day fixture. Good few hundred people here, I'd say, today so far. So an excellent turnout from the local area. We've had loads of things going on. We've got bouncy castles, haven't we? What else have we got? Bouncy castles, come on.
Coconut shy.
There's
and beat the goalkeeper.
Beat the goalkeeper, yeah. We've got ice cream outside, hot food, cold food. There's Pete down there as well. Hello, Pete's come back from his holiday. It's for the little podcast we do. So,
unfortunately, didn't get a tan, you can see.
No.
Go around the top.
No, okay, fair play. But what do we think of the Community Day so far? How it's gone, just before kick-off?
I think it's gone really, really well. Really enjoyed themselves. The kids really enjoyed themselves. Come around, going around, kicking the balls, eating burgers. Normal kids will do.
Yeah, and not normally in that order. So, there's been some ice cream as well. But, we're looking forward to today's fixture.
I'm excited by it all. It's nice to see football again. After the close season, missing football, hate it, but now it's come back again. It's good.
It's nice to see the sun. So we've got a good few hundred people here. It's, I would say we're about 5-10 minutes into the game now. Still currently 0-0. Erith Town in their yellow and black strip, compared with Sittingbourne's red and black. So there obviously would have been the kit clash. I think we're being diplomatic and wearing the yellow and black to be nice, aren't we?
Yeah, normally
it's community.
Normally you get a clash of kits, the home team changes.
Oh, okay, yeah. And the yellow doesn't attract the sun as much. Clever. The science behind non-league football, dear listener. As usual on the show, we will come back when things happen. So about 13-40 minutes in, corner from the right-hand side by Sittingbourne's played low. Cleared well by Erith Town at the moment. There's not been too much action at the moment from both sides goal-wise, but the ball's been moving around quite nicely. A good tempo, nice little 1-2 movement to get away from the corner flag there from Erith. Sees a deflection by Sittingbourne to win the throw. Like I say, a good fast pace. Loads of people around watching this game, which is absolutely fantastic and what this day was about. It was obviously to appeal to the local community, get them in to enjoy a game of football and just have a fun day for all the friends and family. This is, as we say, on our predecessor Acton Grassroots, what these non-league days are all around. And it's not all about the money, it's not all about the spending loads and loads of cash on tickets and behind the bars and buying merch and everything like that. It's enjoying the football and being part of the community. Erith Town through, played a through ball. Oh, unlucky. Some nice stuff. Just all from that work down the left-hand side that was earlier described. I've seen a shot well held by the Sittingbourne goalkeeper. You could possibly say the shot could have tested him better, but the build-up play was nice, and if there's a few more of that, we'll start seeing some goals from Erith Town. What do we think of the Community Day so far?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah,
impressive. Nice day.
This is the infamous Avery Senior, dear listener. He's crossed over to the Grassroots Dockers Debate podcast. So, what do you think of the setup? First time here, isn't it?
First time here. Very, very impressed. Never been here before. It's a lovely setup.
What do you think of the club, the community feel? Because I think it's your first time watching Erith Town as well, isn't it?
Definitely first time watching Erith Town. It's great to see everybody out. Lots of people out, lots of kids out, lots of people watching the game. Let's hope it continues for them.
And everyone's enjoying themselves as well.
They are, yeah, most definitely. Got
to see what happens with the score, haven't we?
That's the only thing.
Hashtag up the Dockers. And check out those beer prices indeed, Avery Senior. No, I'm fine, thank you. But we're back now with another recording. Erith Town, James Dyer on the left-hand side playing some nice football. Nice little cut back there while he looks up. He's made some space. We're just explaining that Sittingbourne are in the Isthmian South-East compared with Erith Town in the Scaffold Prem. So there's a division between them. Oh, who's going to header it? Oh, I thought that was spinning up here. I thought you were talking to us on the balcony. But it's so Sittingbourne are in the Isthmian South-East. They're actually through on goal now. 1-0 to Sittingbourne. And you can argue against the run of play slightly. Erith Town have had a couple of chances, not really been too decisive with it. Lost the ball in the middle of the park. Sittingbourne break down the right-hand side, cut into the box. The defender stands up well, make sure he doesn't jump into the tackle and commit, but he slots it in to make it 1-0 to Sittingbourne FC in this game. But going back to, as we was trying to say before, we was cut off by the action and the beer prices. So Erith Town are in the Scaffold Prem, as we know. Finished in the top four last year, great season. But Sittingbourne are in the Isthmian South East, so they're in the division above, one division between the two, so it should be a close game. I'd say it has been a close game so far. Aside from the finish we've just had there, it's been pretty even. You can't be too disheartened. Need to get the heads up, get this rust out of the way. It's you're playing against better teams when it's pre-season. Make a couple of these little mistakes here and there, get that rust out of the way, and we go from there. But it's a good test, a good challenge so far. 1-0 to Sittingbourne. We have a bit of a break in play at the moment, so we're going to have a little walk round and have a chat about the community day, how it's going so far. And not bad so far, Dan, is it? Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Couple of young players here, the future generations. What do we think of the community day so far, boys?
It's been really, really good. I think it's really nice. Yeah, very nice.
Very good. We won't say names of what teams they support because they're not Millwall fans. Yeah, so yeah, funny looks. From this lady here. So what do we think of the community day? How it's going so far?
I think it's wonderful. There's lots of people here. The children are having fun on the bouncy castle, and it looks like it's a good game of football.
Excellent stuff. Well done. Well done. I'm just going to walk over to one of our amazing volunteers on the day. Is this your debut on the podcast, the Dockers Debate?
It certainly is, yes.
How do we think you have been the absolute soldier who supervised the most painful bit of the day? How do we think the community day has gone overall?
Absolutely brilliantly. Yeah, very well organised, lots of people having lots of fun, everyone's happy.
And numbers compared to a normal league game, what do we think?
Well in excess, probably three or four times what we would normally expect to get for a home game.
And that's what we want, really.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And long may it continue.
Absolutely.
Just need to ask the ball to bounce a castle more often. We'll see. So yeah, so we'll still keep walking around the ground. We've just come out of the main hall, hence the noise, and we'll just see how we're all getting on. Still 1-0 to Sittingbourne while the goalkeeper takes a nice long kick up the pitch over to the left-hand side. And it goes out for a Sittingbourne throw. We've got some more people here. What do we think of the community day so far? How it's going?
Really good.
Lovely. Yeah. Lovely. A bit more enthusiasm than that. This is for the official club podcast. Well, you should have said that beforehand. No, it's brilliant. It's been a great day. Good. So, what's the score, young man?
1-0.
1-0. Oh, okay. And now he's run off. He's probably running to go on the bench. So, what do we think of the game, you two, as well? We'll keep it all anonymous.
No, it's really good.
Good game.
Really good. Yeah, enjoying it.
So, what do we make of the community day, the fixtures? The fixtures a game. This is one of the mums of a player, for goodness sake, and I've had to explain what a fixture is.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, good. Would you come to more Erith Town games?
Yeah.
Even without the bouncy castle and the food?
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure, yeah.
Even though you know it's here, you live half a mile around the corner.
Yeah.
We're still late, exactly. 1-0 Sittingbourne, up the Dockers. So I'm currently with Brad here. We won't say surnames for GDPR reasons. You're now going to be on the official club podcast, by the way.
Okay,
that's what
cool.
we do as well. Say hello, Brad.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Yep, good. What do we think of the game so far?
Yeah, decent game. Quite tight.
Do you come down and watch non-league football often, if you don't mind me asking?
Not very often, but if there's an opportunity, I'll come down and watch.
Yeah, and what do you think of the actual level of this game? You think this is step 5 of non-league that Erith play in? The Sittingbourne playing the Isthmian South East of the division above. There's not a lot between them considering they're different leagues, is there?
No, that's what I'm saying. Quite a tight game, quite equal.
And it's one of these games as well, obviously, the higher up you go through the non-league and the professional pyramid. I think the Sittingbourne's only one real chance so far they've scored from, haven't they?
Yeah, the one chance. A good goal, really.
Yeah, he's took it nice in the bottom corner. But yeah, is this something you come down to more often?
Yeah, I can see us come down and look quite a bit next season. We've got the season ticket now as well, so.
I was going to say, I hope so. You're signing for the club.
Yeah.
Not as a player. I think his better days are behind him. Yeah, but it's junior. It's
actually all through the grassroots now.
All through the grassroots. But yeah, so it's not been too far. The community day's going well. Lots of people here. How many do you reckon are here today?
200 odd people.
Yeah, it's got to be in there. Yeah, so I think we can say it's been a success for the grassroots, and hopefully we'll see some more goals for Littlands, and hopefully a goal from the home team so we can get some cheering, eh?
That's it, yeah.
Come on, I'm going to put you on
the youth as well.
I'm going to say put you on the spot now. 1-0 down. How's it going to finish?
2-1 Erith.
2-1 Erith. 2-1 Erith, and you're going to win the raffle, right?
That's right, yeah.
All right, as he's done that, he's actually played the ball down the left-hand side, played it inside Sittingbourne.
Oh.
2-0
3-2
to Sittingbourne. As we said that, a nice ball was played down the left-hand side by Sittingbourne. The ball played inside, pivoted nicely on the edge of the box before being played out wide. And that made it 2-0 to Sittingbourne FC. Bit of an uphill battle, but to be honest with you, as we always say pre-season, the result's not the most important thing. It's the minute in the legs, getting that rust out of the way. And see how we go from there. Up the Dockers. And just after the kick-off for that moment there, Erith Town have just scored from kick-off, seen the goalkeeper off the line, and bang, they've ended up nearly scoring from kick-off like the old David Beckham back in the day, but the keeper scrambles back and manages to keep it in. Still 2-0, but it's it's exciting stuff so far as we approach the 35-36 minute mark. And Sittingbourne come really, really close to making it 3 there with a nice lobbed goal, effort at goal over the goalkeeper's head. Goalkeeper's beaten, it's about to dip in, just hits the top of the crossbar and goes out for a goal kick. Again, it's been very, very close. I think you can just say Sittingbourne really have just been a bit more decisive in front of goal. They have been turning the screw slightly, so they have been a little bit more camped in Erith's half. But again, the chances haven't been huge from either side. There's been a few tackles, we can say, that have been going in a little bit competitive for a non-league community fixture, but really in a way, that's what you want to see. You want to see him still giving it a go. Oh, James Dyer just comes close there from outside the box, puts it wide. But again, today's about the community. Today's about getting people in watching the non-league football and enjoying it. And it's been a success so far. There's a good few hundred people, as we say. For non-league football, it's a good number. And we can't really be too disappointed behind the scenes kind of thing. On the pitch, yes, we still have got work to do. There's still things that the club need to do, but it's pre-season, non-league, a couple of weeks to go till the season starts and when the fixtures come out. And from what we've seen and what we've heard from Adam Woodward, he's happy with the build-up of how it's been. He's happy with what he's seen so far. It's just ironing out these little mistakes and being just a little bit more switched on, if you will. I have someone here who will comment on who's been running around after a baby, making sure he doesn't get hurt and fall off bouncy castle. So what do you think of the community day so far?
Yeah, it's really good actually. We're having a really good time. The kids have got so much to do. Everyone's been really friendly, really helpful. And yeah, everyone just seems to be having a really good time.
So what would you say this has been a success from a non-league point of view?
Yes, definitely. Everyone seems to be asking questions about the team and all coming together and having a great day. And
you was a visitor of the Leisure Centre a couple of times last season. I remember, as you do, Erith Town versus K Sports. It was a close game, that one, wasn't it, when we brought all the teams down? How does this compare with the Leisure Centre from last season?
It is a very nice venue. There's a lot of places to lose your children, that's for sure. That's
the problem though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're up the Dockers, still 2-0 at the moment, approaching half-time. So we're back for the second half now. The raffle has just been completed. We've had some winners, some good prizes. Good prizes. A signed Millwall ball, a signed Liverpool Mane frame, vouchers, and a boot buddy. Who's won the boot buddy? Anyone?
It's been donated to the youth.
Oh, it's been donated to the youth teams. I'll tell you what, how much more community can you get than that, mate? So we're back for the second half, 2-0. What are we expecting from this half? I'm asking the community. It's the point of the pod. And I'm even showing the nice eggs, even though it's the Dockers debate. This is the subsidiary of a Millwall podcast. I'm asking a West Ham fan to show the synergy. Is that the correct word? Synergy?
Synergy between West Ham and Millwall.
Yeah.
Given recent events, I'll be quite polite and.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think we're second half. What we're going to do is improve in the first half the way we play the football. Pass and move, that's what we're expecting. The result will be material, which is a pre-season friendly. As long as we get better.
I was just saying a moment ago down the bottom when I was watching a pitch from a different angle. I don't think there's actually too much in it. I mean, Sittingbourne haven't had that many chances. They've just been more clinical. They've had two.
I think we made a couple of mistakes and they scored for both of the mistakes.
That's exactly what we said down there.
Apart from that, it's a nice workout. Playing a team for a couple of innings above, a couple of sets above. It's a nice thing to do.
So the Bouncy Castle supervisor, who had a window to the whole game, has asked what the score is.
Yeah, she couldn't see out the window.
I'll let him off then. The things you do for non-league. Yeah. Anyway, what was we saying? Where was we?
We were talking about the fact that you're pretty friendly and the fact that we're going to have a nice, good workout. Playing a team above you and who assume a bit more physical than you are, a bit more strength. It's a good workout.
Ultimately, as well, I mean, like you said, being material or not, these are a team in the Isthmian SE, which is a good level. It's a level that Erith are trying to get to. So there's no disrespect losing against a team like this.
To be honest, as I said before, it's a pre-season friendly. For me, it's about how we play and how we can pass and move. We've got lots of trialists in today and how we can work together as a team. So. Yes, we're playing a team above us. It's about how we play together and how we can actually work together for a few the season.
And ultimately, like you say, apart from one or two mistakes, I don't think there's been that much between the two sides, really. I mean,
No.
Sittingbourne, you could say, towards the end of the half was turning the screw a bit more and a bit more camped in Erith's half, but they weren't totally dominant where you think, oh, every time they go forward, they're going to score.
No, I agree. I think we've had our chances. They've taken theirs, we haven't taken ours.
Yeah.
And I think it's a big thing for today's game.
Well, that's what we're saying as well. The higher up you go through the pyramid, that's when it's even more decisive, doesn't it?
Yeah, be much more clinical, which we haven't been done today. They have been, we haven't.
It'd be nice to see a goal though, wouldn't it? Get some cheering from the home crowd. Of, what do we say, over 300 plus?
Over 300 plus have come in for community day to watch Sittingbourne play. So it's a good day. It's a good day out. I've enjoyed it. The first time for ages is no rain. As we normally play at home, we're always in the rain.
I did try and get some Erith Town wristbands for the Sittingbourne fans, but the rotten fruit started getting pelted.
Unfortunately, we've got no taste, unlike Erith Town. What can we say?
Absolutely. Up the Dockers. Sittingbourne now are getting a bit more camped in the Erith's half as the second half goes on. They've had a couple of chances. The keeper's made a good save. They've just had another chance there from a corner that's just gone over, and it's an Erith Town goal kick. Again, it's still reasonably close. I'd say that Sittingbourne, as I said, are slightly turning the screw more and getting a bit more camped in Erith Town's half. But Erith Town are trying to do some nice stuff. They're trying to play it out from the back as well. You know, a lot of the non-league games you go to, goalkeepers tend to like really smack it, but they're actually trying to play it from the back. The goalkeeper's talking well, and it's something you can try, as we said the other week in pre-season. See if it works. If it doesn't, you don't lose the points. You know, you might lose the game, but it's a friendly. It's all about getting minutes in the legs, so it's not too disappointing. They're playing some nice football now to actually try and get the ball out. Sittingbourne doing well, sort of keeping them in their 18-yard box. Goalkeeper now does play it long down on the right-hand side, but it does get picked up by the Sittingbourne midfield. Still 2-0 to Sittingbourne. We've changed the angle of the pitch now. We're now in the coconut shy and the beat the goalie area. Oh, there's a foul given to Sittingbourne just on the edge of the D. I didn't see much in the second challenge what there was, but the first challenge was the one the ref pulled it back from. We're about 20-25 yards out, I'd say. Erith Town, are they going to make a wall? Looks like no. If it's a wall, it's a very loose one, but this is certainly a distance that you would shoot from. Our wall's being called now by the goalkeeper sensibly. A two-man wall. So as I said, about 20-25 yards out. In line with the lino to make sure that it's all fine. All the Sittingbourne players are well on side. The ball comes in over the top. Claimed nicely by the goalkeeper. Well played, Erith. I'm currently standing with Erith Town's next catalogue model. I've never seen anyone watch football so artistically stood. What do we think of the second half then?
Years of practice. Well, I've just got out from Bouncy Castle duty, and we appear to be a little bit second best at the moment. But other than that,
yeah, that's
giving it everything we've got. But I think probably slightly outclassed today.
Yeah, but again, let's be brutally honest with, as we said before, with the levels of quality between the leagues, not just teams, but with the leagues. You know, cup. It's a hot day as well. There's still a little bit of rust here and there, which you get out your legs with pre-season. You can say it's been a good performance.
You've got new players blending in, getting to know one another as well, and as we always say, we shouldn't look too far into these friendlies just at the moment, just to get fit, just to get a little bit of rhythm going, and yeah, so we've got 2 more to come this week. We'll see how we go.
One thing I've been impressed with, that I've noticed that Erith Town have been doing not as much last season, but it seems to have been a little bit of a staple pre-season so far. They're really trying to play the ball out from the goalkeeper. You know, like that's the first fault. Normally, a few times when you watch the non-league teams play, this is no disrespect to the Skeffels or the Isthmian or anything like that, goalkeeper tends to look up, see their only short pass and just hoofs it. This now, we're actually trying to see some triangles out the back, and I think it's actually worked quite well. Like a moment ago when Sittingbourne were on the attack or pressing Erith into their penalty area, there were some nice little triangles just to relieve the pressure, and I think that's been a bit of a success today.
Yeah, it's something Woody's been, I've noticed it's crept in through most of the last season as well. Sometimes it can lead to a few sort of nerve-jangling moments, but other than that, it looks good. It looks much better. We keep more possession, increase our possession percentage. As I say, no coincidence, we came 4th last year.
And it also gets people more comfortable on the ball in high-pressure situations.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do it more in pre-season, you get used to it. Up the Dockers. Well, the final whistle was just sounded here at Stanmore Stadium, and it finishes Sittingbourne as the away team, 2-0 victors over home side Erith Town. I'm with Chris. We all know Chris at the Dockers debate. What do you think of the game, Chris?
Yeah, it was an enjoyable watch. Hopefully the kids enjoyed it. We had obviously our community day today. Probably over 200 plus kids here today and families to cheer everyone on. And it was a close game. That Sittingbourne won 2-0. And I think Erith done all right in spells and had a few chances, but just weren't their day today.
No, it's just been decisive in front of goal. I think towards the end of the second half, you could probably say Sittingbourne were the better side. But again, there's still moments where Erith are playing some really nice football and getting the ball down, trying to play it out from the back from the goalkeeper. And I just think it was just literally just the difference in the level, really.
Yeah, and then they know the levels now. They've got to strive to achieve if they want to, get promotion this year and be competing with these teams next year. So yeah, it's a good sort of gauge of where they're at.
Yeah, and the things as well, like I say, they're knocking the ball around nicely. They're trying to play it from the back. Some of the rust is slowly going. We've still got some time before the start of the season to get some action, to get these little mistakes out of the way. As we roll in, fixtures should be out in the next week or so. I think it's always with Skeffel. It depends on the Isthmian League and how that is. But I'm confident going into the season. You've seen some nice things.
Yeah, totally. I think it's going to be positive this year. I think they're going to do well, and I'm sure Woody and the team will achieve great things. And that's the hope, and that's why we're all here trying to, work together towards the goal. And big thanks to WJ King today for coming down, with the cars and the community day and all the friends, families that have come down and supported Erith today. So
yeah, WJ King. Obviously, we've got Millwall who sent some bits and pieces as well. No, it'll be good. It's a good season. 2-0. Signing off from the side of the pitch. We'll try and catch up with Woody shortly. But 2-0 Sittingbourne. # up the Dockers. So Adam, 2-0 defeat today for Erith Town at home. I think it weren't a bad performance by the boys.
Yeah, no, it was good. Look, on hindsight, maybe Thursday, Saturday, the turnaround with the amount of players we've got out and the opposition we played, it was tough. But we got what we wanted. We've got more minutes in people's legs, which is good. We've got another game Tuesday, so it's a quick turnaround. Obviously, 3 games in 6 or 7 days. But look, that's what pre-season's about. Just got to fine-tune things, and I think obviously the goals you can see is they were poor individual mistakes again, but them things get ironed out in pre-season. The boys are still doing well, and like today wasn't a bad overall performance.
I think as well, we were saying, a few of the people who was up in the bar area and walking around, the real difference was between the two sides, especially in the first half, was the mistakes that you made.
Yeah,
there weren't a lot in it.
No, we didn't didn't make any mistakes. We did, and look, that's unfortunate. But we obviously young lads out there, and I'm happy with how things have gone, and they'll be up there next year, obviously challenging for promotion. So full credit to our boys. Have gone out, they've done well. I thought second half was much better shape, and again, you're finishing the game. If you look at the team, we've got 2 16-year-olds, Rowan and Walters have played the last half hour. I thought that was really exceptional. It was good to get minutes in Henry on. He's not really done a lot pre-season. We hung him out to dry for 60 minutes on Thursday. He's got 45 in him today. He'll need a bit longer. He'll probably need 75 not to 80 on Tuesday. It's good to get minutes back in. Eldo's not done a lot. Ryan Mahall's not really done a lot pre-season. So yeah, it's good to get boys minutes.
Speaking of defence, I thought at times that was actually quite refreshing to see you playing the ball out from the back or trying to.
Yeah, we was trying to play the ball out from the back, but obviously the goals came from making mistakes like that. But look, it's a learning curve for the boys, and we crack on and roll on to Tuesday. You don't get no points pre-season. It's an old cliche. You get no points. So all it's about getting minutes in there, is doing the right things and getting back on the pitch and working on things, and that's what we're doing. We play Tuesday, then we train Thursday and work on things before we play Welling on the Friday.
Excellent. And just a comment on the community day itself.
Yeah, I think you've done a brilliant job, Michael. To be honest, over 300 odd people here, 400 people here. I think it was in the end. Raised some money for charity with the raffle. But it's good to have all the community here and getting together, which is fantastic. And what it's about, it's what we've come here for. We need to get the community using this, and we'd like to thank Peabody as well for helping us with the day as well. And like I said, it's nice to see so many kids walking away watching Erith Town and smiling, going to their mates. We just want to get as many people in the local community here. I think we've done 2,000 free season tickets have got out in the local area, and we want to see people through the door. We want people here, we want the community to feel they've got something, they've got a team in the area which we've came here for. So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, there's no obviously guarantee these sort of numbers will be here every week. We're not that sort of fickle, but there's no reason why we can't see some of the people
Listen,
who are
I
here
think,
today.
I don't think we've had a crowd under 100 for pre-season games
Yeah.
so far, so that's a credit to itself. So we're making enough noise for people to be in the area. So it'd be nice to play in the stadium on Tuesday night. So that's another positive, and yeah, roll on for the season.
Club's going in the right direction.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're going in the right direction. To be honest, like I said, this ground's a really good ground. So it's definitely a step-free ground, and it's gone a little bit wayward the last 3-4 years, and we're trying to get it back on track now. So it looks magnificent out there with red and black balls. Obviously, once there's lines on the pitch, it'll even better. So yeah, it's fantastic. Just got to make sure we keep improving off the pitch, and we'll keep doing the work on the pitch.
Just final question, last one before you got to shoot. So what do you reckon of the people behind the scenes who have put in the work today, the volunteers, committee?
Obviously, people behind the scenes have been absolutely superb, and like I said, we can't do it without them really. So then people have been down here painting boards, picking up weeds, and really working hard behind the scenes, and it's a credit to the football club. And it's nice, like I said, it's a refreshing place to be now. It's a nice place to come. We've had 4 or 5 years of absolute, what we could probably say, hell at the leisure centre. I know Avery was treated there by certain individuals and certain company, and look, we've come here, it's refreshing. People have been absolutely brilliant. They're backing us with local support in the area, helping us trying to drum up kids' interest. There's obviously kids playing on the pitch today before us, for youngsters. It's nice to see, and it's like I say, it's a breath of fresh air from what we've come from. So yeah, really good, positive.
Lovely stuff. Cheers. Thanks, Adam.
No worries, mate.